How to safely clean your roof without damaging it. As a roofing contractor with over 2 decades of experience in New Jersey, I actually tell most of my clients not to clean their own roof. But before you click away thinking this is just another sales pitch, let me explain why, and then show you the only safe way to do it if you absolutely insist on going the DIY route. Here's what you need to know. I've seen too many homeowners turn a $200 cleaning job into a disaster by making one critical mistake that could have been easily avoided. Those black streaks on your roof aren't just cosmetic issues. They're actually a type of algae called Glocapsa magma, and it's literally feeding on your shingles, shortening your roof's lifespan and potentially costing you thousands in premature replacement costs. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why those black streaks appear on your roof, the hidden dangers of common cleaning methods that most homeowners don't know about, and if you choose to clean it yourself, the precise step-by-step process that won't damage your biggest investment. I'm going to share the exact same information I give my clients during consultations, because an informed homeowner makes better decisions whether they hire me or not. Understanding your real enemy, Glocapsa magma. Let me explain what you're actually dealing with here. Those black streaks that make your roof look terrible aren't just dirt or normal wear and tear. They're actually a living organism called Glocapsa magma. Think of it like mold in your bathroom. Just as mold thrives in damp, humid conditions and spreads over time, this algae typically grows on the shadier sides of roofs where moisture lingers longer. Here's what most homeowners don't realize. This algae doesn't just make your roof look unsightly. It's actually feeding on the limestone filler in your asphalt shingles. The key thing to understand is that every day this algae remains on your roof, it is gradually breaking down the proactive granules and compromising the structural integrity of your shingles. This is exactly why GAF, the world's largest shingle manufacturer, introduced their Timberline HDZ shingles in 2020 with patented StainGuard Plus algae protection technology. They recognized that algae growth was a real problem that needed a manufacturing solution, not just a cleaning solution. So if you have an older roof without this algae protection, you're fighting a battle that your roof wasn't designed to win. The algae will keep coming back unless you address it properly, and each cleaning cycle puts your roof at risk if not done correctly. Why I don't recommend DIY roof cleaning. Let me be completely honest with you. I've been called out to assess damage from DIY roof cleaning attempts more times than I care to count. Just recently, I had a client who tried to clean his own roof to save a few $100s. He accidentally sprayed bleach solution on his copper gutters and aluminum flashing. The repair bill? Over $3,000. The professional cleaning he was trying to avoid? $400. Here's the danger nobody talks about. Bleach solutions on wet shingles become incredibly slippery. Think of it like walking on ice. I've seen homeowners slip and fall, and I've seen them grab onto gutters or flashing to catch themselves, causing thousands in damage to components that weren't even part of the original problem, not to mention potentially serious injuries. But the slippery surface isn't the only hazard. Bleach is highly corrosive to metal. One overspray onto your flashing, gutters, HVAC equipment, or metal vents can cause corrosion that leads to leaks and expensive repairs down the road. This means that what starts as a simple cleaning project can quickly turn into a major home repair nightmare. The other issue I see constantly is homeowners using pressure washers. This is important because pressure washing might seem like the logical solution, but it's actually one of the worst things you can do to asphalt shingles. The high pressure strips away the protective granules that shield your shingles from UV rays and weather damage. Once those granules are gone, they don't grow back, and you've essentially accelerated the aging process of your entire roof. If you absolutely must do it yourself, here's the only safe method. If you're determined to do this yourself despite my warnings, here's the exact process I would use. First, you'll need sodium hypochlorite. All that is household bleach. But here's the critical part that most DIY guides get wrong. Household bleach is usually 8% sodium hypochlorite. You must dilute it down to 4% by mixing exactly 50% water with 50% bleach. This isn't a rough estimate. The precise ratio matters for both effectiveness and safety. Then, use a chlorine-resistant tank sprayer, never a pressure washer. Think of it like watering your garden, not power washing your driveway. The goal is gentle, even coverage that allows the solution to do the work chemically rather than mechanically. Let me walk you through the critical safety steps that most homeowners skip. First, pre-wet all landscaping around your home and cover sensitive plants with a plastic sheet. Bleach will kill or severely damage most vegetation on contact. Second, never walk on the solution once applied. it becomes as slippery as ice and creates a serious fall hazard. Third, avoid all metal surfaces completely. This means gutters, flashing, vents, chimneys, and any HVAC equipment. The corrosive nature of bleach can cause immediate damage to these components that may not show up for weeks, but will eventually lead to costly repairs. Here's the application process. Spray the solution onto the entire roof surface, working from bottom to top to prevent streaking. Let it sit for exactly 20 minutes, then rinse thoroughly with fresh water from bottom to top. But here's what most DIYers forget. Where is that bleach water mixture going to go? If you have gutters, use 5-gallon buckets or plastic sheeting or plastic bags to capture runoff and protect your landscaping and any metal components near downspouts. The runoff is also corrosive. The professional alternative: why soft wash systems work better. Professional soft wash systems use a low-pressure application with specialized eco-detergents that can be as effective as bleach and safer for your home systems. Think of it like the difference between a gentle rain and a fire hose. Both deliver water, but one is far more appropriate for delicate surfaces. Cleaning a roof professionally will not just remove the visible algae, it will treat the root system and apply preventive treatments that extend the time between cleanings. This means that a professional cleaning isn't just about the immediate results, it's about long-term roof protection. Here's why this matters for your investment. Professional equipment controls pressure, temperature, and chemical concentration precisely. Professionals can also access areas safely that would be dangerous for homeowners, and they will carry insurance that protects you if something goes wrong. The other advantage is that a true professional can identify potential problems during the cleaning process. When DIY becomes dangerous, know your limits. Let me share a story that illustrates why I'm so cautious about recommending DIY roof cleaning. A few years ago, I received a call from a homeowner in Princeton who had attempted to clean his own roof the weekend before. He was an engineer, intelligent, methodical, safety conscious, exactly the type of person you'd think could handle this kind of project. He had researched the process, bought the right equipment, and followed what he thought were proper safety procedures. But here's what happened. While applying the bleach solution, a sudden gust of wind blew the spray back onto him and into his landscaping. His beautiful rose garden was completely destroyed. The point is this: even when you do everything right, there are variables that you can't control. Weather conditions can change instantly, equipment can malfunction, and one small mistake can have serious consequences. This is why I always tell homeowners to consider the true cost of DIY. Yes, you might save a few $100s on the cleaning itself, but are you prepared for the potential costs of injury, property damage, or roof damage? When you factor in your time, the equipment costs, the safety risks, and the potential for costly mistakes, professional cleaning often makes more financial sense. Here's my rule of thumb. If your roof is more than one story, has a steep pitch, or if you have any health conditions that affect your balance or mobility, don't attempt this yourself. The risks simply outweigh the potential savings. So remember, those black streaks are Glocapsa magma, algae, that's actually damaging your shingles over time. DIY cleaning is possible but comes with significant risks, including personal injury, property damage, and potential roof damage. If you do decide to clean it yourself, use the 50-50 bleach solution method that I showed you. Never use pressure washing, and protect all metal surfaces and landscaping. But here's what I really want you to understand. Roof maintenance isn't just about cleaning. It's about early detection of problems, preventative care, and protecting your family's biggest investment. A clean roof is important, but a properly maintained roof system is what gives you true peace of mind.